Good afternoon, good evening. Yep. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Twisted Trooper coming to you live. One minor glitch there. Had a professional D-Day drop installed, but it didn't play. So I do apologize. I was trying to set it up, but it will be on Monday. Anyway, guys, what is on the eve of probably one of the biggest events going down on the Northeast tomorrow? Winter Wars is going on. But before I even go further into Winter Wars, allow me to please introduce to you the panel for tonight. On the top right-hand corner, sitting victorious. We'll talk about his win. We'll talk about how he won, where he won, and when he won. Mr. Francisco Sanchez from the New Jersey Nightmares. Junbugg, otherwise known. What's up, June?
Going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
And on the center screen, a man who's been on the show a couple of times before, who is now a sponsor of the team and the show, Mr. Gator Mall, Joker himself. Joker, how are you, sir?
I'm good, sir. What's up, everybody?
On the top left-hand screen, of course, right next to him, man with no introductions needed, the only man that I know that walks around with a beard, who's part of the Beard Clan, and Mohawk, because I'm used to the beard, but not the Mohawk, Mr. Magfed.
What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. I hope everybody's getting ready for Winter Wars up there in New York.
Angelica, New York.
It's going to be a cold
everybody who's watching is enjoying their Friday, had a safe and wonderful week, and hope you all have a great weekend this weekend.
On the bottom left-hand corner, gentleman we all know, my team member and part of a special announcement that we have later on in the show, who you can see he's on his way to come to meet me so that we can dole out some punishment for Winter Wars. Mr. Punisher, TonedaBarber. Hello? Well, as you can see, he's driving, so the signal, he's frozen, so he's... And on the bottom right-hand corner, looks like he's polishing a T15 or a PTR magazine. Or, what is it? What is it you got there?
I've stripped down my bolt action because it needs a clean. So I'm sat there cleaning it while I'm chatting to you guys.
And ladies and gentlemen, the president and owner of Who Dares Wins, Mr. Paul Edwards.
Hello, good evening.
So, gentlemen, I want to just jump straight to Francisco here because I know Francisco is pressed for time. He's got to get ready for the bus ride. He's got some festivities going on prior to the bus ride. Frankie, tell me. I've been hearing 35 seconds on a win on a field.
Not even.
Tag team belts.
Tell you the truth, I'm not thinking if you look at not the call out, not the Paint of Thrones, but the call out, Green Eyes and called one of the fastest records of the Grandmother League to finish a match.
Okay.
Mistake got how long it was, but if you look at our video, the one that I got, it was so much faster. It's not even funny, bro. It was at least 10 seconds, at least 10 seconds.
What was he off his game? Because he didn't beat me that fast. He beat me, but he didn't beat me that fast. How the hell did you beat him that quickly?
It was basically 2 out of 3, like always. And they won the first one, okay. Then the second one we won it, and then the third one which is recorded. I don't know what happened. That I just said, listen, I'm going all out. I'm going straight down the middle. They're not gonna expect me as big as me to go straight down the middle like that, and it worked out perfect. I seen Jeff did at least a slide that was at least 50 feet. And as he was sliding, I just threw all the paint right towards him and hit him right in the eye. As soon as I seen it pop, I put my way right towards Will, and I laced him all in the back of the head and the back of the neck. Game over.
So that was it. So it was a 2 out of 3?
That's it.
So was Cleo involved in this? Was he running for it too, or?
Cleo was the one that actually recorded the one. He was the one that was recording it. The only people that played was just me and my partner, Elos. He make it here. He had to work and this and that, and then he got to get ready for tonight as well. So, but it was definitely epic, I was, excited, bro. I said it to him. I was, listen, I'm definitely going to Winter Worlds as champion, bro. And look.
Well, you did call it. You did call it because when you did the call out, I remember you saying that you were going to take the belt. Your exact words were, "We're taking it. We're taking it, and we're rolling in as champions."
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the comments that were coming in. Yeah, okay, whatever, right, sure,
Everybody doubted New Jersey Nightmares, right or wrong, Steve. From day one, everybody was shitting on us.
I was one too, but but it was all in fun. You do know that it wasn't serious, but it was all in fun. But they were going hard on you. Even us. When at the time when I was a Savage Beast, we were going hard on you too.
Shout out to TNZ, Will and Jeff. Them guys play. They're gonna be some monsters in 2022, bro. Them dudes can play some paintball, man. But I'm not gonna lie, Will was a little bit off his game because a week before, I think he said that he was at practice and he used the Lux, and when he went to go dive, the barrel hit the floor and the tank went right
into his chest.
So he's been hurting for like a good week. Not saying there's any excuses, but me being hurt like that, I'll be off my game and did a little bit too.
Wow. So you obviously are going to want them defending it. Do you know who you're defending your title against when you go to the next event?
If I'm not mistaken, I think Will and Jeff is gonna call us out again because you know when you were the defending title, you know how you got that opportunity to call them out again.
All right.
So I think Bad Blood will be us four again.
So they're gonna come after you.
They coming after us. They said they gonna come. Practice all y'all can, bro, because we coming back for them belts.
So you're gonna have to step up your game to keep that title. Don't be a one-time champ.
Trust me, my game is strong. In there, look. This right here.
Well, listen, let me tell you, I didn't get to congratulate you, so I'll get to congratulate you. Congratulations on your victory.
Hey, fellas, I appreciate it.
That says a lot. You coming up, so you.
Now we coming throne spot now. I'm not gonna lie. New Jersey Nightmares spot, man.
Huh?
I'm tired of TSF and Dark Side now.
Ooh.
Live too.
Well,
we coming up.
There's some
There's rumors out there already in India works,
Yeah, I've already caught a couple of rumors already.
It's coming. Watch, you're gonna see it's coming.
I've already caught a couple of rumors, but we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. To see where see it.
It's not gonna be epic. I'll tell you that though. 2022 is a lot of good events coming up, man. We're gonna have some fun.
It's a good way. It's a new year. New year, new approach, fresh new book to write.
Mm-hmm.
You can only you control that.
Exactly.
Mr. Joker.
What's up?
How are you, sir?
Oh, I am hanging in there, doing good, staying busy.
Staying busy. That's
yeah.
good. And I got a couple of questions for you with regards to Gator Mall. People have been hitting me up since the last time you were on the show. And of course, there are a lot of technical questions, that about Gator Mall, but like one of the questions is, what is the lead time from day that they pay to the day that they receive it, and can you do this special graphic? Can you do that special graphic? And based on what you have told me, how you break it down and how you construct these Gator Malls, they each individual. You see one unit, but each individual, it's an individual ring, correct? That you have physically attached.
Correct.
So that could be a bit tedious, and I know that you have different colors, and to get the exact patterns or the exact designs, So I mean, that's the same thing that's coming. Even though we've answered the question, but there are people who haven't seen the show and they just decided to ask, and that was one of the main questions that I've gotten for the past couple of days. When especially yesterday when I announced you would be on the show. I've got maybe about 6 DMs asking me about the same question. How intricate can he do this design? Can he do that design? But what I wanted to say was, if the people in the community wanted to get a hold of you, I mean, obviously there are many who knows how to get a hold of you. But for those who don't, can they contact you? We put it up on Facebook. I mean, on the post credits through your email or through your Facebook link, or is there a 1-800 number that they call, or send smoke signals? And
I haven't perfected my smoke signals yet. I mean, I'm trying. No, email thegatormail@gmail.com. It comes directly to me, and then through the Facebook Messenger on the Gator Mail page, once again, comes directly to me. As far as designs go, the best thing I could tell people is if they email me the file, I'm going to print it out, and I'm going to see if I can correlate it into the chainmail. The more intricate the design is, the less likely it's going to get done. When we make the gator mails, even though the rings are round, the gator mails still end up almost rectangular in shape. But everything 8 bits out. So when they think of what it's going to look like, they have to take into consideration old school 8-bit Nintendo gaming. So if it looks, if they're all right with it looking something like they'd see off of the original Mario Brothers game, that's what to expect. It reads, a lot of times they read better in the distance because you lose the 8-bit effect. Closer up, it's going to be digitized. It's going to have that pixelation look to it. And a lot of guys that I have seen it are just like, no, this actually makes it look even cooler. And I tell them, I'll try to do it. If I can, I'll tell them, yeah, I can do it. If I can't, I will definitely tell them I can't do it. Let's think about a different way to go. Okay.
And can you just name a few of the designs or examples of?
I just sent out vertebrae. So like the vertebral column in the neck. So a lot of these guys are wearing the skull mask, and when they lift their head up, it actually looks like the vertebrae in their neck is extending down on the gator mail. It actually looks really cool. Energy from Command Bros. He had our very first one of those we ever did. I've done the Predator head for some players. We do call names up to 5 letters in length. You can do your jersey number. Those are examples of some custom ones. I've done a silhouette of a bear for a guy. Some of the other ones I've done, trying to think. USMC, I've done. I'm gonna say the rank wrong, but I want to say it was a sergeant major. The guy was a sergeant major, and he wanted his rank on his gator mail, the insignia with the bars and stripes and all that stuff. So we actually did it. We pulled it off. It actually turned out really cool. Different styles of crosses, from Gothic and Celtic crosses to Crusaders cross to Medic cross. We've done a couple Medic gator mails for guys that are medics when they're out playing scenario games. We try just about everything. I've done a duck. I did a duck silhouette for 2 people now, actually, which is kind of crazy.
Going to complete the transactions and do the order so that we're going to have them here. I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to it. I just keep replaying the demon shot that I had in my throat, and I don't ever.
Oh, they're horrible.
I don't ever want to experience that ever again. That was just. I truly thought I was gonna die. It's what it felt like. I couldn't breathe, and I have a feeling.
The worst neck shot.
Sorry.
The worst neck shot I ever saw, I actually put on somebody, and it's actually somebody that is pretty well known in the paintball industry. So I'm from just outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and my team was sponsored by Smart Parts when I first started playing back in the day. So we played a lot of speedball tournaments. So we scrimmaged against the All-A's on a regular. We were playing an indoor speedball tournament, and we were playing against those guys, and I snapped out of a bunker and shot Adam Garner in the throat.
That's probably that's by itself is a bad feeling, because I got literally right here on the left side of the apple, and it took all my strength to stay up, and I still went down. It was just
Well, he hit his knees, and I was like, "Oh my! I just killed one of the All-Americans." And then about 13 seconds after that, Big Daddy from the All-A's come around and shot me in the bottom of my foot. The consummate professional. He's a good guy, but I felt so bad. I was like, "Oh my!" And then I have my beard, so my neck shots aren't as bad. But even still, I hate seeing it. I hate seeing it to happen to people.
Oh, it's not a very good feeling. Now I understand why everybody's got the ZZ Top beard, the long beards going. We got the clan of beards. Now I understand why. Because that beard, the hair prevents it gives you a little protection from that initial chop in the throat. Now I understand why.
Oh, and I think Gio's trying to model his. Gio actually has the Punisher skull that we did. That's another custom one we did.
Yeah.
We did the Punisher skull for Gio.
Yep, there it is.
There it is.
There it is.
I'm coming for that, Gio. So I tell you, I'm coming for that.
That's
actually pretty cool, actually. It really is.
So a lot of people ask about the making noise. That's one of the reasons we introduced the rubber in with the metal. It actually reduces the noise to next to nothing.
And they're very lightweight.
There's no clanking, no noise whatsoever. So that's
4 ounces on the average for weight. Gio's maybe about 4.5, almost 5 ounces, because his had to be a little bit longer for the design. But when you distribute that across the bottom of the neck all the way around ear to ear, it doesn't add anything at all to the mask. You don't feel it. There's no strain on your neck or anything like that whatsoever.
Well, I can't wait to get mine. I ordered, of course, from the order, but I'm probably going to wind up using one of them and not giving one away. But I like it. I like the idea. I like the idea, and that's something you should look into, sir, Mr. Junbugg. Because you're a speed bowler, right? You're a combination of both speed and
I do both. Yeah, do both.
Telling you.
Well, we're okay to be used in the WCPL, and a lot of the smaller tournaments, the ICC, Pittsburgh Classic. They're legal to use in all those. I am currently going back and forth with a gentleman named Jason that is the head of the rules committee for NXL and ICPL, trying to get them to give me a yes on the big tour. So
get with Big E. He's now running the EPL. He was given the old EPL now. Definitely get with Big E.
Oh, I'll reach out to Big E this weekend for sure.
Oh, well, I have some questions for you, but let me go through the rest of the panel. Gio, you see that this is the only man in the world, I kid you not, that after talking to him, I really need to take Adderall because he's always bouncing around.
I apologize. Let's try to get my fireplace back. I put more wood in it.
So what's going on with you, sir? How was your week?
No, well, hey, wake up. No, started a new job. No, it's actually a pretty good job. Enjoying it. Don't mind my asshole dog. Come on, upstairs. Go upstairs. Take Jax upstairs with you. Anybody want a 10-year-old pit?
70-year-old? No, that's okay. I'll pass.
No, I'm good. I've already got 3 dogs. I don't need more.
Waiting to get cleared by my doctor to get back on the field. I'm dying to get on the field.
Oh,
but I'm always.
What?
But helping. So.
I think I spoke to you a couple times this week. I think I spoke to you more than I spoke to my own fiance.
Hey, it's not my fault when 2 brothers go back and forth.
You definitely spoke to me more than your fiance this week.
Well, that was what I was going to say. Wait a minute. I stand corrected. I was just thinking about that. I spoke to Paul more than I spoke to you and my fiance.
Oh,
So,
damn.
so you and Paul are like right hand in hand, and then third in line is Tone, and then everybody else. We lost Francisco, but I know that he said that he may be jumping off because obviously he's getting ready for Winter Wars. Tone, how are you, sir? Hello. Oh yeah.
Hello?
Hello, Clarice. Is that you? Very
Yes,
bad,
I
very
am.
bad.
I am. I'm sorry. I am driving right now. That's why. So if I'm going in and out, I'm on the parkway. I'm heading towards your house right now. Oh
Okay.
God! But don't say now. I gotta do this drive. Let's go. I'm ready for Winter Wars.
You ready for Winter
These
Wars?
little foot got nothing. These little foot got nothing on me right now. I'm ready.
Listen. I do want to say, you know, to the guys going up there, you included, for those guys driving up there, you know, just be very
Big storm.
mindful. There's a storm coming. There's a big snowstorm coming. Tomorrow evening, it's supposed to be hitting at around 4 o'clock, which is around the time that the bus and everybody should start heading back. The guys,
temperatures would be like fucking 3 at least out there. I heard.
yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you, I looked at it yesterday, and I saw the temperature. The temperature was coming up, and it was saying that it was at the time in the morning when I looked at it. I'm typing it up now. At the time I looked at it, the high was 10, and it was 0.
Wow.
Hey, they're calling for a foot of snow here in North Carolina on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm hearing across the board. So right now it's 10 degrees. Tomorrow morning at the kickoff of the game, you're looking at -2 degrees with a high of 10 degrees.
Nope. You're not gonna have that shit.
I brought Unger
Milwaukee. That's one cookie.
You know, so
fire pit heater.
well,
All types of heat.
you know, so you guys coming, and then the snow tomorrow is supposed to be kicking off. Hold on one second. It's gonna be kicking off. It says here it should hit 3 o'clock. It's saying 3 o'clock, 70%, 4 o'clock, 80%. So it's going up. So that's the time that you guys are gonna be coming back. So the guys coming in the motor coach, you guys are good because you know the DOT driver and whatnot. I'm a DOT driver myself, so you know you guys should be good. But for the guys driving up there on your own, be careful.
Couple guys are driving.
You know,
Andrew's driving with the tanks and stuff. Propane tank. Matter of fact, he just left about like 2 hours ago. We was all at Ubreed.
You know, slow and steady, guys. Slow and steady. Same thing with my brother Tone there, my teammate Tone. He's going up there. You know, he's bringing some surprises with him. You know, so you know, all you guys traveling up there, just be safe.
Stay warm. That's the main key, right?
Stay warm. Stay safe. Have fun.
Go to Walmart or something. Go get the heated boot inserts. You can put them underneath your feet. Do not put them on the top of your feet. They will burn the top of your feet. Put them on the bottom, and it'll warm up the entire body and foot. And that heater rides up. Steve knows what I'm talking about. Being prior military, those things are best.
But those we used to use those things to heat up MREs.
Foot warmer packs, right?
No, I'm talking about the foot warmers.
Yeah, it's the foot warmers. These are a little stronger than the ones you get at 7-Eleven. They're a little warmer. We actually used to use them to heat up our MREs. Literally, we take the MRE, we crack it open. Not the MRE, but we crack up the pad, and we take the MRE. We put the MRE right on top without using a fire, and we would warm up our food using these rods.
Guys, I'm just going to give a shout out to Garen Lucky, who's currently not well, so he's not going to be at Winter Wars. He's on the YouTube channel. And Elizabeth has turned around and said, it is facts that I spoke to you more than you spoke to her.
Yeah, Elizabeth, she's... Yeah, she's... Yeah, that's her. She's watching, obviously. Paul, how are you, sir?
Me, I'm good. It's 1:30 in the morning here, so I'm great.
Wow.
I'm not at work till I think I'm at work midnight tonight, so midnight Saturday night, because I'm doing some work overnight. So yeah, I'm chilling. My rifles are clean now, which is good. It was the last one I had to do, to be fair. but I'm not playing for another 2 weeks. So, yeah, it's a slow start for us over here.
I was going to go to Winter Wars. I was going to show up. For those of you who don't know, this past week, Sunday, I put it up on Facebook, but this past week, Sunday in the Bronx, there was a big building fire. One of the doors in the apartment that was supposed to close to contain the fire didn't close, and smoke hit the building. A friend of mine, who I've met through the service, we actually got on the same plane and on the same platoon, and got to the same stations. We got the same deployments. He wound up losing his leg over in Iraq. Came home. Became an American citizen because that's what he was doing originally. You can join the military when you have a green card, but became an American citizen after losing his leg. 2016, he lost his wife to cervical cancer. And then it was hard because he was living in the house, the first apartment that they had when they first came to New York. Lost his wife. And then this past Sunday, lost both his kids. So he lost his home, wife, leg. So it's been pretty hard for me this week. It's been, I've had to maintain myself two faces. One face I'm okay, and the other face I'm not okay. The other face is, it bothers me because 12 and 11-year-old. Seeing this guy hard as nails when I knew him. This was the kind of guy like go get him and he'd go, no problem. No problem. This is the same guy, and it didn't hit me until I saw him. I gave him the hug, and that's when I felt the pain. That's when I felt his pain. But for me, it hit home when I walked into the funeral home and I saw the kids. For me, that was it. So I've been on an emotional roller coaster. I tried to see if I can go to the Thursday wake and today's wake, so I could forego going Saturday and then come to Winter Wars. However, I found out that I am going to be a pallbearer. So they're going to be coming from the church to the Hertz, from the Hertz to the airport, put them on the airplane, and they're going to go back home to be buried with their mother. So that changed the whole dynamic for me, because now, when they said, "Listen, can you please be a pallbearer?" And what am I going to say? No, I know these kids since they were born. I said, okay, no problem. And that changed the whole dynamic for me. So that's the reason why I am now not going to be able to go to Winter Wars, because of that reason. But I was going to go. A lot of people didn't know. Even my own team, they were, "Are you going to go? You're not going to go?" I said, "I don't know." And I kept flip-flopping. I would have liked to go because I want to go with my guys. But it presents for me, it's a little hard because, both are loves. Both I know, very active influences in my life, paintball and my friend. And it's a hard choice to make, but I have to go at the end of the day to provide emotional support for someone who lost two kids. And I put myself in that shoe. Like, I can't understand the pain he's going through for two kids. I can't. One kid alone, I can't. That no child should ever have to bury, no parent should ever have to bury their child, that a child should have to bury the parent instead. And this man has buried his wife. This man is now going to bury two kids. So, in all fairness, it will only be right for me to support him where he's going through some real tough shit. So I'm humbly am not going to be at Winter Wars, because I will be, doing something a lot more serious. But I do respect everybody. I wish everybody luck tomorrow. And we will have the recap for Winter Wars here on Monday. And we'll have some more information about me, about the show, about the team. Coming. Thank you, Rebel. Yeah, Rebel. He served. We went through MCT. We went through everything together, down to the same station. But our brothers overseas from Who Dares Win chapter out there. A lot of them are prior military. They all said the same thing. They sent them the condolences. So I bought, of course, a flower arrangement, and I bought two separate flower arrangements. I bought one from my family, and I bought another one from the team, and service members. And it basically says, "Our condolences. We stand together with you," and very tastefully. Anyway, change the mood. Sorry, didn't mean to put that Debbie Downer mood. Just wanted to share with you guys what was going on. Sorry about that. I got the mail popping up. Do apologize. So, anyway, I have an announcement to make that I want to let everybody know really quick. For those of you who don't know, obviously we're a new chapter for newly formed. The team has been around in existence for quite some time. We'll have Paul explain that in a minute. But here on the chapter in New York, there's a lot of things going on in the back work, in the behind the scenes and in front scenes. So after a lot of consideration and a lot of determination that's being shown, motivation, desire, and eagerness, I'm pleased to announce my co-captain of the Who Dares Wins New York chapter is that gentleman right above you. What? Sorry. Now he's on the bottom left-hand corner. That gentleman on the bottom left-hand corner is now the co-captain of Who Dares Wins New York chapter. TonedaBarber. So he will be up there. You will have the team up there, -1, myself, and minus, I believe, Rebel. Rebel was unable to make it as well. But you will have one member, and a very good friend of mine will be up there who will be announced tomorrow when he's there in person. Well, you guys should know. Chaos. Jonathan Shields, I promised him that I was going to take him when I was going to go. But he'll be up there. He's going to go and rock out with the team and have fun and sling some paint. So there you go. But I do apologize again, like I said, that I won't be there. But I promise you the next event, I definitely will be there. With bells and whistles on, ready to go, because it's going to be interesting. There's some things working that I've heard, have come to my attention that are good things. I just want to wait to get confirmation on that. So, Mr. Edwards.
Hello.
What do you tell us a little bit about?
Bear with me.
Tell us a little about the team, the creation, wherever you want to start.
Oh. Well, I'll go right the way back when. So, over 20 years ago, I started helping a friend marshalling at a skirmish site over here. Needed some help, so I started helping him out. I then got into speedball, which is where a lot of people tend to start off, either woods ball or speedball. So I started speedball, used to play a couple of tournaments, moved on from there into Magfed because I wanted something a little bit more tactical, a little bit slower, a little bit more tactical, a little bit more to my squaddy roots. Being ex-forces, having something that felt like a rifle made more sense to me. Don't get me wrong, I've still got a speedball marker, and once a year it still comes out for a charity game. So I'll still rock that. And somewhere, I think in a bag somewhere, I've still got my Smart Parts Epiphany, which was my first paintball marker. So yeah, I then moved over to, we started doing a little bit of woods ball about 10 years ago. So Who Dares Wins was formed around about 10, 11 years ago. 6 years ago, we moved over to pure Magfed. And 98% of the events that we do are Magfed, or we will go against Hopper-fed players with Magfed kit. So we'll go to a big game, but we will still rock standard mags. It was the 468 that took me over to Magfed because it felt more like a rifle. It's big, it's strong, it's heavy, it's sturdy. it's reliable if you look after it, and away it goes. So yeah, Magfed felt right. The team joined me, and they were happy to move over. There was about 6 of us back then, 6 old school members, and out of those 6, 4 are still in the team. One of the others joins us for an event once a year, and the other one no longer paintballs. Yeah, from there we grew and grew and grew and grew. I've done a few faction leads for charity games, big games, then become faction leader for our main Magfed series over here. And I've been running Blackthorn, which is the blues team, for the last 4 years. I'm taking a year off this year, just as a break. So A, I can play for a bit, and B, I've got a lot going on anyway, in my private life as well as paintball calendar. I'm actually generally in one of the biggest games in the country this year, which is North v South, which is around anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 players. Not a Magfed game. It is mixed class.
Mixed class. Well, mixed class is open.
Yeah.
Open
yeah,
class.
open class. Yeah. So 3 years ago, just over 3 years ago, I set up my profile picture with the Who Dares Wins logo in the bottom corner. One of the frames that you can now readily do. So I set one of those up, happily rocking away with it, and all of a sudden I found a guy over in he was in North Carolina at the time, was using it. So I sent him a message going, "What do you think?" And he's like, "I love it. I play paintball," so on and so forth. And that was Vince, who now runs the Texas chapter, because he moved over to Texas. So after loads of chats, I've got an ex-forces background. He's ex-Army Ranger. So we're having loads of backwards and forwards, as you do. Then he was happy to set up a chapter for me. Then I gained Chicago with Hilario. They were running as Razor Ops Paintball. They wanted to rebrand as Who Dares Wins Paintball. So again, many chats with him, and he took that off. That was 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, and then what was it? 2.5 weeks ago, I got a phone call going, "Yeah, I fancy starting up a New York chapter," and there was my 3rd chapter in the States. I never expected Who Dares to get as big as it did. Not even in the UK, never mind globally. I expected it to just be the 6 of us or whatever playing along as we do. We've gained a load of ex-forces. We've got police officers. We've got ambulance crew. We've got lawyers. We've got teachers. We've got literally all walks of life playing in one team over here now. There's now 38 members because I've just gained another one today. And we're going strong. We do loads of stuff for charity. We do online gaming streams just for fun, and we raise money that way through donations. We do a charity game each year, and currently we've got patches for sale and wristbands and badges and all sorts for combat stress. So PTSD and combat stress awareness over here in the UK. Which is really close to my heart and very close to some of the team's heart. We've got a few members that suffer with PTSD, so we do what we can to help them out. But being part of a team, being part of a sport, and especially having the banter and the camaraderie that we have within our team has definitely helped a few of the guys that are with us and even play alongside us. I get people walking up to me all the time going, "Look, I was really struggling. You guys have helped out," and they're not even part of Who Dares Wins. And he's like, I'll chat to anybody.
Well, I've encountered that before. Before I joined teams. I'm pretty sure we all have. We had people, on fields that we played at, and some people have actually come up and say, thank you. I had fun. This was cool. Whatever the case is. I mean, and there are some people that I've come across that have told me the same thing. That said, listen, this is really cool. Thank you for this opportunity. And how do I go about to go a step further? A lot of people told me, this is therapeutic. A lot of people have anger issues and they did burn it out. So I mean, there's so many positives, so many pros with playing. With coming to paintball. And
I mean, one of my team have just piped up on Facebook. Danny Farron, he's been with us quite a few years now. He's going on about 3 years with us. Full member, so he's got his colour patch. And I speak to him once, maybe twice a week. He's one of the guys that does a load of our 3D printing and our testing of bits and pieces. So yeah, he's a good lad. He's a very good lad.
Oh, cool.
Steve, one of our brothers who was fighting cancer, we all know, Craig, wants to said sorry for the loss of your buddy, and you'd like to send his condolences. And like we all agree, vets do need to stick together. And I want to give a shout out to the veteran brother, North Carolina brother, Craig Schaefer. He's having some rough patches. Went through radiation, so he's kind of hurting. But just want to keep you guys updated. Craig has not given up. He's still fighting.
Oh, that's the Marine in him. You know that, right? He's I've been
100%.
I've been following everything that has been going on with him. I'm still coming from my box of first strikes, Craig. I did not forget. I've just been really, but I did not forget. I hope you still have it.
He does. Quick update on Craig. If many of you didn't know, before Christmas, he had took a step back and ended up back up in the hospital. He went to stand up and lost complete and basically fell on his ass. Not in a funny way. They found 5 more tumors on his spinal cord. That's pressing on his sciatic nerve, and currently I haven't talked to him, get update, but at that point he's actually completely paralyzed from the waist down on the left side of his body. They did radiation, and I believe they did do his chemo yesterday. So he's still going. He's got some rough patches, but knowing Craig, there's no stopping him. He's not going to stop.
It doesn't look like anything is stopping him, and that's the adapt and overcome mentality that was taught to us. That
even the snowstorm we're getting this weekend, he's still showing up to the field on Sunday, to show up and be there.
Oh. Listen, let me tip my hat off to him, because it's something I never want to experience. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't wish that on anybody, but he's battling it head on, and kudos to you, brother. Kudos to you.
He's got all of us veteran brothers behind us. The paintball family has been absolutely.
Let me go to hold that thought 1 second. Let me go to that, because I haven't done this since we started this evening. You guys were helping me out a little bit because I've been running around here. Eddie Castro's checking in, of course. Danny Farrett, good evening. Craig Schaefer is also checking in. I know Craig Schaefer. I know Craig, you're watching. Danny Farrett, Elizabeth Cautela, she's watching. Hello. I got some, not very many chops, but I know that I not very many comments coming in, because I know that everybody's getting ready. Mr. Frankie, I gotta jump up to you real quick. You ready? There is, I'm hearing rumors that the dark side is going to expand. Is that true?
The dark side is gonna expand. I still haven't heard about that rumor. The only rumor I heard was that dark side was gonna fall and Nightmare was going to take that throne. That's the only rumor I heard.
Oh, wait. You guys are just basically gonna bogart dark side. You're gonna take over. Hostile takeover.
They're gonna have to accept that challenge, bro. It's time, man. It's time, bro. TSF can stay there. Why? Because they have the belt right now. So why knock them down for me?
So you're basically saying that you're gonna go straight for Patrick Brown and his minions. The minions.
I'm going for the throne. New Jersey Nightmare versus Darkseid.
I don't know. I don't think that's I don't think that's a risky. I think that's a too risky proposition. I think that's
for the Darkseid expanding. I am not sure.
I'm hearing rumors, but I don't know, and I'm waiting to confirm it. But I also hear that the select few are also expanding as well too. So
that one, I think I heard about that one too.
I'm hearing things from about the the
hey,
league.
Listen, if the Arcside is gonna expand, hey, listen, I'm Arcside, so that expand better for us.
Oh, I'm curious to find out. Let's see. Mr. Tone, you've been awfully quiet there. You got a solid signal now, so
Steve, I'm not gonna lie, Steve. I have to go because I have to finish up.
Go ahead, brother.
Step out real fast and go do what I gotta do. Fellas, y'all have a good night. Appreciate y'all again, and I'll see you guys at Winter Wars. If you guys will be there, I'll definitely be there.
Go ahead, man. Good luck.
Y'all be safe, bro.
Good luck, man. So, Mr. Tone, I'm sorry. What were you saying, Paul?
Sorry, Reaper has come up on YouTube saying, "Semplify Craig, get better soon, Marine. Stay strong, brother." So he's sending Craig his best.
He's sending Craig his best. Semper Fi.
Want to jump on, baby?
Tone.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tone. You have a good signal. You're not dancing around. Oh, I just talked too soon, didn't I?
No. I'm actually getting on the what you call it? Rest stop so I could do
You did speak too soon. That was speak too soon.
Yeah, speak soon. I spoke too soon.
Yeah.
I spoke too soon. When you pull over, if you pull over, we'll see if we can get a better signal. Mr. Joker, I'm hearing you have an event coming up in July, I believe. Philadelphia.
July.
Or Pittsburgh.
July, yeah.
Pittsburgh in July. So yeah, I'm actually going to take a general role in a game based off the movie Ready Player One. It is going to be at Steeltown Paintball in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. July 9th and 10th. It is a 2-day event. And anybody that's looking for come out, have a good time, shoot some paint. It is Magfed and First Strike friendly. Multiple different playing fields and terrains you're going to encounter while you're there. It will be a good time. Anybody that ain't got anything to do that weekend, please come on out. Run with me, run against me. I don't care. I mean, we're out there to have a good time and support the field and share some camaraderie, man.
That's always a good thing. As an added plus to the event as well, Who Dares Win's New York chapter has been asked to help support him as general, and we will be there. The chapter will be there to support Joker and this endeavor, and we will come home with the win.
Can we repeat the location of that event's held at? Because it's just been shouted out for.
It's Steeltown Paintball Park in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Thank you very much.
I will.
Gio, you should make the trip up for that, man.
When is it?
July 9th and 10th. Same weekend as Ion.
That
I think I have an event that weekend. I gotta look.
that the same weekend as I mean, it might be. I mean, you're still gonna have an attendance because there are people that are not gonna want to go to Ion. So. Huh?
Wait, I think I have events this following weekend. Yeah, I have a following weekend. So, the state of Virginia decided to call out the state of North Carolina, and in North Carolina versus Virginia, it's gonna be a 2-stage game. Game 1 in Virginia, and then game 2 is in North Carolina. Because remember, Steve asked me if I wanted to go over the pond in July, and kind of can't.
That's why you're not going over the pond.
I have to support North Carolina. You know, I can't let North Carolina down.
Well. In all fairness, our team owner, and faction leader out there in the UK as well, has basically told me. He said, "Listen." He made a very sweet proposition. He basically said, if you come out here the following year, I'll go with you on the road trip across Europe. Which by itself is a lot because that would be a personal tour guide. So he would know all the freaking hot spots and all the places on this road trip from the UK straight across.
Oh, Amsterdam.
Yeah, there's certain sections of Amsterdam that are quite good. Yeah. Been there, done that.
So, you know,
only 3 times. Sorry.
That's another place. I've been there. I've been to Amsterdam.
As
a matter of fact, it's the only place in the world that they have a museum dedicated to cannabis.
Yeah.
No lie. You walk in. It's not pungent like but you walk in and they have pictures, they have cannabis, they have rollers, this museum is dedicated to cannabis, and it basically shows you the entire growth from in the industry, the entire growth in the world with regards to cannabis and different strains and so forth. It's really, really cool. The interesting thing is, there's a common misconception that people say, "Oh, well, it's legal over there." It's not legal; it's tolerated. Big difference. They allow it because it's tolerated, so they're not going to look at you and say, "Oh, well, I'm going to lock you up."
You're allowed it in set bars. So if you're indoors within a set bar that's got a license for it, you can smoke it.
Yeah.
If you walk there with one, it came over, the police will have you.
Yeah.
You can't walk down the street smoking it.
Yeah, but it's actually funny because this is what I thought was really interesting. They tolerate it, right? But yet at around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, if I so choose to, I could walk into the red light district. And it's like a kid in a candy store. I mean, obviously. And then even in the back, they have like if you ever seen like movies with Jack the Ripper, where they see the way the buildings are, and then they have these alleyways and these, that's what it looks like. So I thought it was actually kind of cool because you had, on one side, you have the Museum for Cannabis, right? And the whole tolerating, and life is totally different. But then, how they look at it is frowned. You have to be at a certain place, at a certain, to ingest it or to smoke it or whatever. But then in the evening, you go to the red light district, and it's like a kid in a candy store. It's like, oh, I want this, or I want that, or I want bondage, or this, that, and it's like
what's really bad is in certain areas, it's not even after 9 o'clock at night. So I remember going down an alleyway at 10 o'clock in the morning because we were staying right in the centre. Going down an alleyway at 10 o'clock in the morning, and there was 2 beasts. They were awful. Sat in the window, literally next to nothing on, trying to sell themselves, eating a Mackey's breakfast. And I'm like, I don't need to see that right now. I'm on my way to breakfast myself.
I've said that some things can never be unseen.
No,
And that would be one instance that.
Yeah.
Joker, any insight? I see you nodding your head, so I know you have some insight with Amsterdam.
So yeah, at 22 years of age, me and a buddy took a trip over there. I'm not 100% sure how we ever made it back home. And now that was 25 years ago. So I'm sure a lot has changed over there, but it was all cloak and dagger back then. I'm sure it's changed now, but I was in heaven at the time. I in my old age now, I do not partake, but it was always one of those things back in my prime. I most certainly did, and I seriously don't remember how I ever made it home without getting arrested.
Yeah. Well, we've got one more for the road trip because Reaper has asked whether there's a seat available.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm trying to convince Tone to go. When I mentioned it to Tone had a smile from ear to ear. He was like, UK. So you know that the wood is burning back there. And I think, aside from, wanting to go, I think it would be a great, get the New York chapter, and we can try and hopefully get the Texas and the Chicago chapter all together, meet up there. I think that would be a phenomenal one. It would, for the event.
Rebel.
And, and then after the event, take this road trip. I mean, that I think right there would be an ultimate bonding experience. And I think if memory serves me correctly, earlier this week, Mr. Magfed right there, Mr. Geo, Mr. I'm being quiet right now, which is unusual because I'm waiting for him to blah, but he hasn't done anything yet. Has also said that if we go the following year, not this year, but if we go next year, he'll join. He'll come.
Yeah.
So the road trip.
It gives everybody a little bit more time to plan and sort finances and everything else. And yeah, apologies, it's Rebel, not Reaper. That's my bad.
Oh, sorry.
I don't. Yeah, I'm still getting used to everybody's call signs. I go off names normally. So
we're good. Let me see. Let me see if we can make. Oh, go ahead.
And Elizabeth says she's coming as well, and she's going shopping.
Oh, you know that. Well, the plan is that when we go up there, if Yvette comes, we'll have Yvette, Diana, and Elizabeth, Tone's wife, and Rebel's wife. If Gio comes with his, so we'll let the girls wear the wag wear, and they can go and we can just go to the local pub and
do whatever.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna try and sweeten the pot here. Joker.
Yeah.
What do you say about taking a trip to the UK? Not this year, but next July. You could do it. You could do it as a 2-part. You can do it as a business trip and a vacation. Business trip because you'll be coming to an event, and you promote Gator Mail. By that time, I think Gator Mail will already be introduced because I think you guys are working on some. But the opportunity to go, get paid to go, and a road trip across Europe.
I don't want to smoke some weed.
I would be 100% down with it. And I'm about 99% sure, and you can ask Gio. Gio, when I go anywhere, who is always with me?
Oh, you always got the fucking Gator Mail family. Excuse my language.
Well, more so the Gator Mail family as my wife. But if I tell my wife we're going over for an event and then we're doing a little bit of a European tour for fun, and I kind of hint that we are going to Amsterdam, I think she might say, yeah, why the fuck not?
So there we have it. The plot thickens.
Yeah, we've done that trip a couple of times now, both by flying and hiring a car when we got there. So we flew out to Germany once and then hired a car. And we've also done a road trip driving from UK through France. We tapped into Germany a little bit and then carried on up to Holland and up that way. So, yeah, it can be done either way.
Last time I was in Germany, I don't know if this places even exist anymore. Of course, when I got hurt, I went to Ramstein, and then after, we had a little opportunity to walk around. And I don't remember how we got there. We were, I wasn't driving, I was being driven. And we went to this burger place called House de Burger. I don't know if they're still there, but I've never seen burgers so big. It is quite literally the size of a dinner plate. No lie. The patty is about that big. And when it's all put together, it's about that big. And like 5 of us couldn't even finish it off. But it was so freaking good. But, I want to go. I definitely, that's one of the stops. And of course, we have to go. I have to go to the Autobahn. Even if it's for like 30 kilometers, I don't care. I want to drive on the. I have to. Before I die, I said I want to drive the Aston Martin Vanquish on the Autobahn at top speed with the convertible down, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that.
Yeah, been there, done that in an Audi TT, and that absolutely almost killed the car. Yeah, good fun.
So, well, listen, we're coming to the end. I'm going to let you guys go ahead and speak whatever you guys want to speak, plug whatever you guys want to plug, say whatever you guys want to say. Big ups to whoever you want to big ups to. I'll start with Tone, and I'll end it with Paul. So it'll go right across, and it'll end with Paul, and then I'll close it out. So the other reason why I'm doing this, we're cutting, trying to keep it shorter, because I know a lot of people are going they're tuned in. Not too many people tuned in because everybody's getting ready for Winter Wars. But I'm sure that you see Tony is getting ready. Gio probably he's got something going on, I think, this weekend. It's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, or 1:30 in the morning in the UK. And Mr. Joker, obviously we all work, and I know Mr. Joker's probably ready to just have a beer, sit down, hang his feet up, and say, "Ha." So, Mr. Tone.
All right. I like to make a shout out to my brother Rebel, who's our teammate. We hope you feel better, brother. I hope you have speedy recovery. I'm in Staten Island. I'm on how to Steve, and then head to Winterwood and get ready to rumble. That's it. Big boy, I'm sorry, but you're going down. Team Yeti. We're built with it. Whoa.
Nice. Mr. Joker.
All right. Well, once again, thank you guys for having me on. It's always a pleasure. Just from a Gator Mail standpoint, we're looking forward to working with you guys and getting you guys set up and be part of the Gator Mail family. We do have a very big announcement coming out to Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be going live for something that it may rock a few boats and shock a few people, but something big's coming. And I look forward to hearing some of the responses from the announcement. But for those of you guys who don't know, there's three founding members of Gator Mail: myself, my wife, and my other business partner. My wife and my other business partner are both military veterans. My wife served a year plus over in Iraq. She was a SAW gunner, and she also does have PTSD. So we actually support a ton of military charities as well. We jumped on board with Geo for Mission 22. Those guys are phenomenal. There's another PTSD group called MASH that we have done some work with before. They're great people, but we stand behind our military and our first responders and everything. So please, if anybody has any questions or needs anything from me, don't hesitate to reach out to me via the email or the Facebook Messenger on the Gator Mail page. We try to make everybody happy. Our lead times right now on standard Gator Mails is about 8 weeks. Custom Gator Mails are closer to 12. Just because, once again, there's only 3 of us to build them. And they take about 5 hours to hand put together. And like I said, questions, please reach out. Don't hesitate to ask.
Beautiful. Mr. Gio, who's been really quiet, and you got me totally perplexed. You're trying to figure out why you're so quiet. What is it that's going on in your head right now that you're plotting? Because when you're quiet, you're plotting.
No, I'm not. Just, not used to actually. It's been a while since I actually been at a job to where they're keeping me busy and actually got me pretty tired. And, I was at a job where I wasn't enjoying. It was causing a lot of stress. It was causing me to eat unhealthy, drink unhealthy. And, I finally have a place where, not stressed out. I'm able to work with an amazing team. Eating healthy, drinking healthy, and it's just working all day. It's got me tired of shit. But I want to thank everybody who's watching on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook for coming on here tonight with us. Steve gave me the opportunity to help him out with Generation Magfed, and couldn't be any thankful. We're both from the same area. We both served. We're both capable players. But we may not be wearing those boots. The United States military, but we're still brothers until the day we die.
I think that goes across for everybody who served. It doesn't necessarily have to be in U.S., but because at the end of the day, everybody was over there.
I respect that, absolutely.
I just figured, it's only right.
If you wore the uniform of any military, you are family no matter what. You took that oath that many have not taken. Even well as husbands, wives, sisters, brothers.
Like Rebel says, Rebel's chiming in on there. We bleed green. That is so true. Yeah. That is so true. Yeah. We bleed green. Everybody who served, we all bleed green. Mr. Edwards.
Hold on, real quick. One thing a World War II veteran taught me, and it got me thinking a little while. We might not be wearing the boots of a military soldier anymore, but we are still wearing the boots as a veteran civilian, still helping out this country. Think about that one.
You're going to have me thinking about that tonight. Thanks. So when I'm sitting down on my couch trying to dissect what you said, I'm going to just call you in the middle of the night. Be like, oh, I got it. That's all right. You've done it to me, so I'm going to just reciprocate it to you. Don't worry. Mr. Edwards.
So for me, big shout out to the guys that are going to Winter Wars. We've also got the Texas chapter, Texas Revolutions this weekend. They're already there. I've already had notification that they've landed. Some of them are flying out there, and I even know what hotel room some of them are in. That's how bad it's got. UK wise, some of my guys are going to walk-ons this weekend. A majority of us aren't meeting up until 2 weeks time. So 29th, we're all playing at Warzone, just for a walk-on, just off the cobwebs over the winter. And apart from that, stay safe, everybody. And thanks for watching. And thanks for supporting us. Thanks to our sponsors. We are sorting out new sponsors at the moment, which is great. And we're still looking at opening a couple more factions. I'm speaking to 2 people at the moment, so we'll see if they actually happen or not across different parts of the US.
Nice. That's nice. Growth always makes you feel good. I'm listening to what you just said, and I'm like, it's making me smile because it's like the team is starting to grow, like expand, not grow, but sprawl. It's I like that. guys, first and foremost, I want to make sure that everybody driving up to Winter Wars, please be safe. Please, 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 please be safe. I hope that Littlefoot is defeated, because that would be a bad thing to report on Monday that Littlefoot won. So I'm trying to not laugh. Every time I hear the name Littlefoot, I want to laugh. But hope you guys are successful. My team that's going out there, Who Dares Wins, my chapter guys. I hope you guys rock out and have fun. Be safe and keep your head on a swivel. For the rest of the community, again, I want to tell each and every one of you, thank you so much. The amount of support that's come in is phenomenal. I'm overwhelmed. Means a lot to me. And lastly, I want to thank our sponsors, GPVL, Ryan's Brothers Paintball, our newest sponsor, Gator Mall, Cousins Paintball. The team is now sponsored by Cousins Paintball. So you can see that the UMFL. So you can see that the sponsors they're coming in, and it shows that now and more people are open to paintball. Ryan Patterson, what's the topic? It's open mic tonight. It's basically open mic. It's whatever they want to talk about, but we're already coming to the end of the show. But it is open mic. Well, Mondays, I'll go over that in 2 seconds. Basically Mondays and Fridays, again, Generation Magfed is on. Mondays, we talk about events, topics, promotions, games, so forth and so forth. It's specifically for the community. For that day, we get out all the announcements. Friday is just open mic. Talk whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to talk about. We talk about events, we'll talk about products, we'll talk about merchandise, we'll talk about players, we'll talk about achievements, whatever. So I hope that helps you, Mr. Peterson. And with that being said, guys, I wanted to say thank you very much. Enjoy your weekend. Good luck for the Texas chapter at Texas Revolution. Good luck to the Who Dares Win chapter going up to Winter Wars. And I will see you guys on Monday. Just remember to make sure you comment, click, like, and subscribe. Generation Magfed's on Mondays and Fridays at 8 p.m. We're streaming on multiple platforms: Twitch, Discord, Apple Podcasts, Facebook, YouTube, and probably the long distance phone call to Mars, because get the opportunity, I'm jumping on it. So be safe, stay warm, have fun. I want to thank each and every one of the members of the panel. And with that being said, guys, I want to say deuces, much love, respect. I'll see you guys on Monday.